amounted to 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.
Welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. My name is Belly Squetta. Thanks for joining us. Now the news making the headlines. On the local scene, Buhari has asked us to sanction Oshomole and others, says Governor Obaseki. Governor ENQUIRY is committed to transforming education sector, says Udo. From the foreign scene, Bruce Lee's daughter sues fast food chain over image use. Now on business news, petrol subsidy now 47 naira 50 kobo per liter as oil price hits $67.86. And on sports, ahead of 2020 fights, Anthony Joshua vows to take Wilder's strength away. The details of that news comes after the break. Welcome back. On the local scene, Governor ENQUIRY is committed to transforming education sector, says Udo. The Akwa Ibom State Commissioner for Information, Mr. Charles Udo, has said that the Governor Udom Emmanuel administration is very committed to transforming education in the state and has demonstrated this through strategic policies and investments in the sector. Udo stated this in a statement in reaction to a publication in the nation's newspaper where the state chairman of the NUT, Comrade Etim Ukpong, was quoted to have made claims which seem to deride the free and compulsory education policy of the state government. He said the current administration has made education a front burner issue and has taken audacious steps to fix the ruins inherited in the education sector through huge investments in infrastructure, personnel, curriculum review, supplies, and the free education policy of the state. The statement says despite the unfortunate tone of the NUT chairman's statement, the Akwa Ibom State's government remains undaunted in its march towards transforming the educational sector in the state. Now, still from the local scene, Buhari has asked us to sanction Oshomole and others, says Governor Obaseki. The Edo State Governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has said the national chairman of All Progressive Congress, Mr. Adams Oshomole, is not a member of the party. Obaseki also said the President Muhammadu Buhari has directed the state APC to deal with the pro-Oshomole Edo Progressive Movement and the national chairman for anti-parties activities. The governor, according to Government House statement on Thursday, said this at the rally of the APC members from the Onwa East and West local government areas in Sabongida Ora earlier in the state on Thursday. Efforts of the APC to resolve this crisis in its Edo State chapter has so far not succeeded, with fractions loyal to Obaseki and Oshomole insisting on their positions. On November 12, the crisis worsened as each of the two rival fractions suspended Oshomole and Obaseki. Obaseki had rejected a peace committee set up the APC National Working Committee late November on the ground that the panel headed by the Kano State Governor Abdullahi Gangude was the brainchild of the Oshomole-led NWC again. On November 18th, the APC set up a 10-member committee headed by the President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Lawan. But Obaseki opposed it, saying the National Assembly leadership was a party to the crisis in Edo State. And lastly, from the local scene, EU UNICEF treats 12,259 Bauchi pregnant women and children. Now, the European Union and the United Nations Children's Fund have treated 12,259 pregnant women and children below 5 years of age in the Katagum local government area of Bauchi State in 15 months. The EU and UNICEF team leader on hard-to-reach areas in the council, Mrs. Adebisi Ibinola, disclosed this on Thursday at Jabal settlement in Bidir ward of the area. Ibinola, who is a retired nurse and midwife, said the clients were treated in 16 settlements, all in the hinterland between October 2018 and December 2019. She said the clients were treated of cases of malaria, pneumonia, diarrhea, and pregnancy-related problems, while clients with serious problems were referred to Kushiri Health Facility at the Federal Medical Center in Azare. Ibinola listed Bidir, Mandara, and Magunshi wards as also covered by the team within the period under review. She also said the program had impacted positively on the health status of pregnant women and children during the period. The team leader, however, appealed to the state government to assist the team with motorcycles or four-wheel driven vehicles to enable them to perform better. Now, coming up next from the foreign scene, Bruce Lee's daughter sues fast food chain over image use. The details of that news comes after the break.
Glory be to the Lamb of God. How you end your year and get into the new year matters a lot. Join us in this all night long of basking in God's grace and glory. I invite you to Glory Night on the 31st of December from 9 p.m. till morning. We're going to spend time just worshiping God, thanking Him, and also making decrees into the new year. It's a good thing to watch us live, but if you can do your best, there is nothing like being in the atmosphere of that presence. 2020 promises to be outstanding. God has spoken so many prophetic words. Come and hear it directly. Come and hear it live. I'll see you in Glory Night.
Crossover Night. Glory Night with Apostle Johnson and Dr. Lizzie Suleiman.
Welcome back. Now on the foreign scene, Bruce Lee's daughter sues fast food chain over image use. A company run by Bruce Lee's daughter is suing a popular Chinese fast food chain over its use of an image of the late martial arts star. Shannon Lee's Bruce Lee's enterprise alleged Real Kung Fu has used the image in its logo without permission. The firm wants the fast food chain to immediately remove the image and is reportedly seeking $30 million, an equivalent of £23.1 million in compensation. The restaurant argues local authorities approved its use of the logo. The image depicts a dark-haired man in a martial art pose. The Gansu-based fast food chain, which is known as Zheng Gongfu, is Mandarin, was founded in 1990 and has around 600 outlets across China. Bruce Lee Enterprises handles the merchandising and licensing of the Kung Fu star's image. The case is likely to be watched closely as the Chinese government has in recent years promised to increase protections for intellectual property rights. And now more from the foreign scene. Home Alone 2, Canada's CBC broadcaster defends cutting Trump's scene. Canada's national broadcaster CBC has defended deleting a scene featuring Donald Trump from the film Home Alone Part 2. Lost in the New York, CBC spokesman Chuck Thompson said 8 minutes of the 120 minutes film has been teamed to make way for commercials. He said the edits were made in 2014 before Mr. Trump was elected and were not politically motivated. The edited film was shown though, and the well-documented disagreements between the two leaders of the major policy issue. Mr. Trump also quipped, he said, Justin T doesn't much like my making him pay up on NATO or trade.